Welcome back to the channel. Today we're on the Mott mower. We're going to install a motor on it, and I decided on a Vanguard 16 horsepower V-twin. I think this motor will work out a little bit better. It might be a little bit overkill, a little bit too much horsepower. I imagine they were probably shipped with 8 horsepower Briggs, but I'm not sure. If anybody owns one of these, let me know what motor it came with it. But this motor here, it will work out really well because it has a throttle right over here, the fuel tank on the top. Now I wanted to run a Kohler. I wanted to run a 12.5 horsepower Kohler, but I couldn't. And the reason why I couldn't, I wanted to run a 12.5 horsepower Command, is because a 12.5 horsepower Command, they thread the bolts from the bottom right up through the top, and they screw into the bottom of the block. I couldn't do that because this machine here has the threads right in the base of the top, and they thread right down through. So we're going to put this Stratton & Briggs on there, and at the end of the video, we are going to start it up, and we're going to see how well it works. So we're going to install 5/16 bolts, and we'll see if we can get it lined up. I thought a 12.5 horsepower Command would be a terrific motor, but this motor here runs really well. I've had to work on this motor quite a few different times. I had some coil issues, ignition problems, and I am going to be honest, I can't get it so it works by the switches. So I'm just going to choke it when I need to shut it off. So we're going to move to the front. We're going to put the bolts in there. Now it's going to be a little bit tricky on the bolts in the front, and the reason why on this motor right here, they run that plate right close to the flange on that block. So I'm going to take the bolt out on the side, move the muffler off a little bit, and then drop the bolts down through. Loosen this up. It's going to take a 12 millimeter, just back it off just a little bit. And I think it'll give me just enough room to drop that bolt down through. And it did. Now we'll put the back bolt in. It's going to be a little bit trickier. And there it goes. Now, when I'm on this side here, I'm going to tighten the bolts right up. Now, if you put a smaller Briggs & Stratton in, this is not going to be any big deal, but I just think this motor here is going to be the best for it. I really do. I don't think it's going to work it hard, and I think it's going to mow nice. Now, today I had come in a cab that came off an 1872 and a 550 snowblower. And I'm going to show you that. Tomorrow is Christmas. This is Christmas Eve. And yeah, I plan on working tomorrow. Right in front of this, right in back here, I should say, I have that 1782. I'm doing an oil change, put dual remotes on the machine, and got it all together, and it didn't work to my satisfaction. So then I looked at the oil, and the oil was extremely dirty, or I should say had a lot of moisture in it. So I drained the oil. It's been sitting for about 2 weeks, and we're going to put some oil in it and try them remotes. And I might do that yet this afternoon. We'll see. It depends how the day goes. But my main concern is get this back in. There we are, we're tight there. Let's move to the back side again. We'll get the back bolts tightened up, and then we're going to put the belt on. Right here's the belt. To put the belt on, we're going to have to bring the wheel out just a little bit to go past the pulley, but we'll get to that in just a few seconds. Now, I'm not sure if these machines are very common. I'm very excited to work with it. So it can't, snow can't leave quick enough. Now, Friday we're supposed to, I just heard on the radio just before I started filming, we're supposed to get 5 inches. So I hope you're not getting sick of all the snow plowing videos. The 1211, I'm going to get that in before close today. And having carburetor issues with one of them. I have two 1211s. And I'm not sure if I have a delivery problem or I have a carburetor issue. So I'm not exactly sure what my issue is. Like I say, here, you never run out of things to do. When you own this many cadets, you're going to have breakage. There's no question about it. And you're going to have videos. I guess you better look at it this way too. So we're going to jack that up in the front, and we're going to, well, let's put the pulley system on, and then we'll do the wheel. So we're going to put the pulley system on the front of the motor here. Right here is the pulley tensioner right here. We're going to put it on. And we're going to use, on this motor, we're going to use these bolts right here. This one here is a little bit buggered up, but it'll work. So, get it ready. Put the first one in first. And another thing is, I put a spacer in there because of the way they have it set up on this motor right here. I wish I could have used these holes right here, but I have to use this one right here in the center. I bet you that isn't very common on these motors, but maybe. Okay, I have that one started. Now let's get the other one in. I've noticed that on this video right here, my bolts are playing hide and go seek quite a bit. You're going to have that. A lot of times when you're filming, things seem to disappear. Things don't quite work out. We're in good shape there. I'm actually going to leave the tensioner off right now. I'm going to put the floor jack, and then we're going to loosen up this wheel, bring it out. We're going to put that belt on. We're getting really close to testing it. So. So we're going to loosen that up. They're carriage bolts on the back side. Slide that out just a tad. Put the belt on. And I'll get the camera really close so you can see that belt going on. Actually, we can run everything right on. Here's the belt. Tensioner. And then we're going to, I don't know if I can pull it tight enough to get the nut on there. If I can, we're in pretty good shape. Yep, I can. Tensioner is 3/4. Actually, I'll use my 1/2-inch impact. I want to thank Milwaukee. My Milwaukee impact went down. Sent it in for repair, and instead of repairing the one I had, they just sent me a brand new one. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate Milwaukee. Great quality product. And there we go. So everything looks okay. So now let's tighten up the wheel. It's going to take a 9/16. We'll get the front. Then we're going to try it to make sure it's going to run and work. And at the end of the video here, we will put the cover on. In pretty good shape right there. Take the floor jack out. Let's put the cover back on and let's start it up again. I think this is the neatest thing ever. So hope you enjoyed this video here. I have a brand new belt coming, but being Christmas Eve, they didn't have one. I actually ordered one and it wasn't the right one for some reason. So I decided to put the old belt back on, and because I would like to mow with it a little bit tomorrow if it's possible. I think I'm going to use a 2182, and these are 5/16 bolts to put this cover on also. I think I'm going to use a 2182, and thought about using the 1782, but the 1782 doesn't have a hitch on the back, so Um, there the bolt goes. Now I greased it and everything to service it. There's some pillar blocks on the bearings for the unit itself. Lubricate them up. I use mobile synthetic grease. I started using that and I've never had an issue with a bearing ever going out. So I'm going to take a 1/2 inch to tighten these up. So let's start it back up and just make sure everything, I really love this thing, so. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I love making these videos. Hope you enjoy them also. Now, make sure you stay tuned. We have a little bit of bonus video. Had that cab and that 550 blower come in here today. So we're going to video that. And thank you as always. And like always, we'll see you on the next video. One thing about Macland, you never know what's going to be coming in. It's like Christmas here each and every day. This is a 550 snowblower. It came in here this Christmas Eve, and it seems to be in excellent shape. I'm going to post you pictures. It came off in 1872, and it came in with a cab. And this cab's all dismantled, and I'm not sure if I'm going to sell it, keep it, but it did come off that 1872. It's a nice Sims cab. I have the soft sides for the doors, and I also have the regular doors that have the metal inside with the handle. Right there is the back window. There's the roof. And of course, right here is the windshield. So I have a video of removing one off in an 1862. Now we might put one on a Super. So we're probably going to use this. And I love having these cabs, so they're pretty neat. But never used a 550 snowblower, so you never know. One morning I might wake up and put it on a machine. So thank you as always for watching. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And we'll see you on the next video.